when we first got together, I had no children, so I didn't quite understand how the whole mother thing worked, but I sure tried to be a fun-loving person, to the kids and treat them. I went into it thinking I'm going to treat them as if they were my own. That was my number one goal. And we had a lot of the same goals to make the children feel they're important just because their parents aren't together and now they have new, step parents stepping into that role and they still have their mother. I still wanted to be an important part of that, and we both agreed that it didn't matter whether their real mother was at their event or not. We made it a point that we would go. It didn't matter how uncomfortable it was for him and I. We put the kids first, and we were on the same page from the beginning. That we would always support each other, and that we would always be on the same page with the children, and make them know that they're important, not lose that connection just because it's, they're not with both. They should still have that connection to where we're all there.
My parents were divorced as well when I was 14, and it wasn't an ideal situation for quite some time, and my parents missed a lot of events. They were both in new relationships pretty much, right away, and kind of caught up in that. That was the most important thing to them at the time. And so me being also at my age, I kind of take care of myself, and if I had sporting events or whatever it might be, those things didn't seem real important. Well, they didn't seem real important to them because they weren't there. It didn't happen. So when Kim and I got together, and when I got divorced first, I made sure that the kids came first. I was at everything I could possibly be at, and then when Kim and I got together, we sat down and talked about it, and knew what direction we wanted to go. And I shared, the experiences that I had had when my parents were divorced, and I want to make sure the kids felt important and loved, and wanted to be at everything that I could possibly be at, so they didn't have the feelings that I had. The children are 16 and 17. Our daughter's 16, our son's 17, and they're doing great, doing very well in school, and their grades are fantastic, and they're in difficult classes even at that, things that I probably could have never accomplished. So, and they're great kids, they're great people, and we're very proud of that. Yeah.
They've always been good kids, from time they were little. I mean, I came into their life when they were right at the end of 4 and 5 years old, mm-hmm. and they've always been good kids. I mean, you go through things, but we always had lots of family meetings where you could talk, and as long as you did it respectfully, you can say anything you want, and we always kept that policy with the kids, and we still even do today as teenagers, that you can talk to us about anything as long as you're respectful. So
we felt that was very important. And each time that we did have those meetings, it was like if something was not right, or you could tell one of the kids were upset about something, as soon as we did, and they could talk and they could express themselves, mm-hmm. It was like just a big weight lifted off of not only them but everybody, and then everything would take off in the right direction again, and it seemed to work for us.
Yeah, that was huge. And I think the other huge thing was, in the beginning we had also made an agreement. Obviously the children came first, but that we would never speak bad about what was going on the other side, whether it was their mom, their mom's boyfriend, anything that was on that side. We did not speak about it. They could come and talk to us about anything, but no matter what our opinions were, we always were positive and didn't speak badly about the other parent in front of the children. And I think that's a big thing that gained a lot of respect too.
Mm-hmm. And even when they would come talk to us about issues that they were having or difficulties they were having with their mom, we would still be positive with them. And so I'll talk to your mom about it if you're comfortable with it. If you're not comfortable with that, then we'll just keep it here, and we'll you can always come and talk to us, and we'll figure something out, figure a way through it. So just know that we're always here for you guys.